There's a man named Mark who records the story of Jesus. Mark is a very interesting person. In the early church, as they were trying to figure out the whole experience of Jesus and what to do, there was a lot of persecution. And you may know of this guy by the name of Saul. And Saul, his personal quest was to eliminate all the followers of Jesus. He was trying to eliminate them from the face of the earth. Basically, I hate you and I want you to move. Or in his case, I hate you and I want to kill you. Well, there was a time that these followers of Jesus, there was one in particular that was being stoned. Now, he wasn't drunk, but actually stones being hurled at him because he was a follower of Jesus trying to kill him. Saul ordered this killing of this person. And the scriptures tell us that Mark was in the background watching this. Interesting. A contrast of love and hate. This man being stoned, declaring the words of Jesus, and this hate of being stoned. Mark became a follower of Jesus, and he wrote about Jesus. He told his story. And he included a time when Jesus was talking to some smart people about their attitude of him. And these smart people, they were trying to box Jesus in a corner and trying to trap him. And after a dialogue, a series of conversations with some smart people, this one guy in particular comes up to Jesus and he says to him this. And this is out of Mark chapter 12. One of the teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked them, "Of all the commandments, which is the most important?" "The most important one," answered Jesus, "is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second is this. Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these." "Well said, teacher," the man replied. "You are right in saying that God is one and there is no other but him. To love him with all your heart, with all your understanding, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself is more important than any burnt offerings or sacrifices." This is how we are to live. Love God and love others. Loving God is shown by loving others, and loving others is loving God. Now that's good news and bad news. The good news is that in some ways life isn't that complicated. We are to love. God asks us to love people. We're to love our friends, love our family, love our neighbors. Simple, right? The bad news is it's not that simple. The bad news is we don't always get it right. The bad news is no matter if you are a student or a pastor, we will devise these wonderful plans on how to inflict pain and get revenge on those who might cross us up. I remember trying to decide on how I should reply or approach my neighbor. When the venom and the vengeance would come across the street, what should I do? Should I call the police? Would that help? Should I do something in the middle of the night? Should I actually position our dog closer to his house to annoy him? Should we take him a plate of cookies? Should we just ignore him and just hope he goes away? We would devise these plans and not sure what to do. Loving God seems easy, but loving others can really be difficult. Think about it in your life. No doubt you have somebody in school, perhaps, a peer, somebody that just you have a rub. And if you're really honest about it, maybe there's not a rational reason for it, but maybe there is. Maybe they offended you. Maybe they betrayed you. Maybe they beat you out in the sports team. Whatever the case is, there's a rub between you and somebody else. And to think about the words that say to love your neighbor, to love your peer, to love your classmate as yourself, that's hard. That's hard, isn't it? There's something within us that recoils against that, but that says, but you don't know what they did to me. But the words are still the same. Love God and love others. But how do we do that?